So, hi guys, here we are, MMA UK News. Obviously, myself, Stoomboy, as always, MMA UK BJJ show. So, talking about grappling. So, Grapplekings 7 is going to be April the 2nd. So, Saturday, April the 2nd. I believe the doors open for this around about 5 o'clock. So, it's going to be a fantastic night of grappling that's on the card. Some of the fights that we mentioned so far are absolutely awesome. So, it's going to be Team Northern Ireland versus Team Southern Ireland. So, and I say showing the best that obviously Northern Ireland and Ireland have got to offer. I say some fantastic grapplers are going to be on show that night. So it's going to be in a place called, now I've been saying this wrong every interview I get, so I believe it's Portlaoise. Yeah, Portlaoise is just kind of southwest of Dublin. It's about an hour outside Dublin, I believe. So it's tickets, obviously availability, go onto the Grapplekings Facebook page. It will take you through to their booking system. And if you can't make it on the night, it is going to be on Flow Grappling. So make sure either you've got your Flow Grappling membership in place or you will need to take out a new membership. Obviously, Flow Grappling rules. Everybody knows about Flow Grappling, how much it costs and stuff like that. So I think you charge a full year. You can potentially get some money back if you don't want the full year, but they will deduct off 1 month or so. But obviously you'll need to take that up with Flow Grappling. So my next guest is going to be on the show that night. So Kieran O'Donnell, SBG Tullamore. So Kieran is going to be up against Garath Vaughan. Now, obviously, Kieran, I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about Kieran. Obviously, there's a few videos about Kieran online as well. So looks like it's going to be an awesome matchup between Kieran and Garath. The same as I said to, I think I was talking to Sean Davitt earlier on, and I said, look, us older guys, anybody like 40-year-old and above, I like to call Mustangs because we might be the old guys, but listen, we're still going just like an old car. So, so Kieran, listen, absolute pleasure, buddy, to have you on. How you doing?
Not too bad, Stuart. Nice to be on. Nice to be on.
No, definitely. You're Master 3 now as well. I saw that. Obviously, you're 41 this year, so you're in the Master 3 division now. So, how's that? How's that for you?
Make a change if you actually get someone in your division who's your age.
Definitely. We saw that at the Euros. I mean, obviously, Andy Chapman was at the Euros there, and he was saying I think he had about 3 or 4 fights, and I think what is Andy? Andy's about Master 2. So, but I mean, anywhere we go, that's the big issue that obviously us older gentlemen have. Is trying to find someone that's want to come out and fight at our age.
It is, yeah. Any of the domestic competitions, anyway. If you get one match, usually it's one match, or else move down the age brackets and go into the adult ones. So,
yeah. And that's one thing. Yeah, I mean that's one thing I notice about you. I mean you don't really worry about how old the person is or that. I mean you'll get in there and fight guys who are half your age, as well as guys your own age.
Don't know about not worrying, but I do it all right.
But it is. I mean, it's awesome to watch. I'd say I watched a couple of your videos, and I'd say it was absolutely brilliant to see. I love it, especially us older guys. I mean, we're still kicking about. I mean, some of these young guys coming through, and I know in the gym they always they always try and give me a hard time and saying, you're just an old guy, I'll be this and I'll be that by the time I'm your age. And I'm like, nah, man, no chance. So is it the same in your gym? Do they give the older guys a hard time?
You can sing it to do. Every one of them. I have to be in about 40 minutes before a class to warm up for them. Plenty old boys too, flying the flag too, though. So.
Yes. And then what about you then? How's everything going with you training wise then, Kieran?
I was getting back into it since, well, it was basically gone till last summer. I work in healthcare, I suppose you could call it, and you kind of had to knock it on the head there with everything. But it takes a few months to kind of get back into the flow, get the timing back, and then you're just waiting for competitions, really.
Definitely. Obviously, I know that COVID kind of, when I speak to people, I say it kind of robbed us of nearly 2 years of our jiu-jitsu journey. So, and it was obviously the same. I know Ireland got hit quite bad with restrictions and stuff like that as well. So, how's everything going restriction wise? Are they kind of lifted everything, or is there still some restrictions in place?
It's all pretty much gone now. Pretty much gone. You don't even hear it in the news anymore. So you have to forget about it.
That's the funny thing. Obviously, the war in Ukraine came in, and suddenly COVID was gone.
I don't know. You said it. Should have got Putin on it a few years ago.
But that's because I know that everybody's talking about it, saying, "Yeah, listen, the war came in, and suddenly nobody's talking about COVID anymore." So, but obviously we know it's still there. It's still an issue. So, so obviously everybody be careful when you're out and about. So, and then what about you then? So obviously Grapplekings 7. How did the matchup come about for yourself, Kieran?
Well, I was talking to Kieran Davern in the gym. He's the coach of him. Brock is following. He was saying he had it coming up, and well, he usually ref at myself and Adrian. Usually the refs, and
yeah,
he just said we're looking for a few brown belts and couldn't find any, so they asked me.
Yeah. It's an awesome It's an awesome thing as well. Grapplekings. It's an awesome event as well. As I said, obviously I've watched some. And I've seen some videos from previous Grapplekings, and it looks like a fantastic atmosphere and a fantastic venue.
Oh, geez, it is, yeah. Well, I have one of the best seats in the house, watching it. And, it's a good venue. The way, like, the seats are great. Everyone can see the whole match. The raised seats is good for the jits.
Yeah.
You walk down through the crowd, great lighting, great cameras there for the flow end of things. And, you can't ask for a whole lot more.
Yeah. It definitely looks like a great, because obviously I was recently at Grapplefest, and Grapplefest is an unbelievable venue. Obviously, a Fusion nightclub in Liverpool, where it's very, very similar. The grapplers come from the back and they walk down like one side of the stairs for one fighter, one side for the other, and the people are on top of the action, and it's quite loud. I think I spoke to Sean Davitt earlier, and he was saying, obviously, whenever action's going on, everybody's quiet, but when something happens, there's obviously a kind of outburst. So, so again, similar atmosphere at Grapplekings.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Most people, well, anyone who goes to it kind of knows what they're watching, and you kind of appreciate the little details. Not maybe as easy on the eye for someone who doesn't understand, but so what you appreciate kind of the scale of what's going on, the more you know it, I suppose.
Yeah. And that's one thing. I mean, the Irish crowd, and it's a very knowledgeable crowd as well, not just for grappling, for MMA and other combat sports. So the Irish fans certainly know what they're watching.
Oh, definitely. Like, sure. Well, anyone who's coming knows what they're getting into. They all watch it now. Sure, it's quite popular now. And even the jiu-jitsu by itself is kind of, the fact that shows like this can go on, keep selling out continuously, is a great sign.
Yeah. Nah,
even the numbers for the gym, like we'd have I'd say there's definitely maybe 3-1 people do jiu-jitsu instead of over MMA.
Yeah. Nah, it's massive for the sport. I mean, I know that jiu-jitsu, when I got into jiu-jitsu, don't get me wrong, I got into jiu-jitsu about 8 years ago. So obviously in Scotland especially, it was up and coming. And then obviously as times went on and more people have got involved, and it's just got massive in Scotland. And I'd say the no-gi scene in Scotland just now is unbelievable.
Well, the no-gi scene is definitely the easier one to attract the spectators anyway. And, you get the right two lads in the sub-only rules, and it's hard to beat it.
Yeah. And then in regards to, obviously, the Grapplekings, I mean, is there a matchup that you're looking forward to seeing yourself?
I am, definitely. Like, it's gas. Like, Ireland's a pretty small place, like with North and South. It's pretty much all the one when it comes to the competition scene. But I can't say I've ever seen Garath Vaughan in a match. You're coming up against him, which is hard to believe, because you come up against everyone over and over again, but I can't say I've crossed paths with him before. So
yeah,
he's like myself, early 20s, looking to keep going. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. I'd say it's going to be a great night. Obviously, my good friend as well, Owen Livesey. I believe he's obviously main event on the card, so he's coming over. He's been absolutely killing it on the scene at the moment, obviously bringing that high-level judo and just throwing people about. So he's going to be a good one to watch as well.
Definitely pretty easy style on the eye, all right, but I won't be putting myself in the firing line there.
Definitely not. Definitely not. And then what about you then? So obviously 2022 is going to be obviously the first full year we've had in 2 years. So what's your plans? Anything you're planning on doing for the rest of the year, Kieran?
Well, I want to, like the last year before the pandemic, I got over 30 matches in a year. I'd like to do that and hit the Euros next year would be the plan. Maybe the Nogi Euros might come back too, you wouldn't know, but you know, you want to get as much in as you can, you know. It's when it's taken away from you, you realise how much you enjoy it.
Yeah. No, definitely. So
stay injury free.
How did you, obviously when you came back, because obviously you had some time off, so I take it you came back obviously as close to 100% as possible?
Oh yeah, I did a lot of cycling. We were locked down, so myself and another lad on the car, Darren Curtis, we got into this stuff called virtual cycling.
Yeah.
You're cycling online with a resistance trainer, so it was great for the old cardio. And you're trying to beat the other, you're trying to get one up on each other, so you know, it keeps you fit.
Yeah. I think I saw it. I think I saw that on, I'm sure it was Darren's Facebook, where obviously when you go back and you're looking at his pictures and he's got pictures of just the virtual cycling and stuff like that. So I was wondering what that was. So I did wonder.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what we were doing. And then I got some stuff. Shane Smith, Shane and Kieran do the combat lab in the gym, the other side of the gym too, the S&C side. And
yeah,
it done me up, gave me some stuff to do as well, you know, keep yourself in shape. And, you know, it's all built around getting back to doing jits with reducing injuries when you come back, because you don't want to come back and next thing you're hungry and next thing bang.
Yeah. Nah, definitely not. Especially not at our age. I mean, anybody over 40-year-old, it takes a little bit longer to heal than it would for a 20-year-old. So a little bit longer.
Everything takes longer.
And then final thing for you then, Kieran. Obviously, you've been in the game for a number of years, so obviously a long time. I'm sure you've crossed paths with a lot of people. So, but anybody you want to shout out to, so any kind of friends, family members, teammates, anything like that.
Oh, just just put out thanks to all the lads in the gym. Like, keep turning up. Like, there's always somebody competing, and the other people is what makes it easy for you. Like, to keep pushing you. Even the older lads. You know, you've Sid, John Nash, Mark, all the older lads and all the younger lads too. You have to put them in your box too.
Yeah.
And of course, like Kieran Davern as well, he runs the place. We get great trainings in too. Like, we're lucky, we're in the middle of Ireland, so we get a lot of lads coming in from all corners.
Yeah.
And they're not coming to see the rest of us, so we get the benefits rolling with them on, you know what I mean? So you know, that's it. And I suppose it's thank the missus too, and the kids for putting up with me going off training all the time. We're very lucky.
we always have to thank the wives and the children. So because obviously without them, as I said, we wouldn't be able to do this. We would never be able to do this. So yeah, listen, I'm going to be over on the night as well. I fly over on the Saturday. Obviously going to pop over, see you guys, get to watch the event, and so yeah, listen, I'll catch up with you on the night. We'll grab a chat, maybe grab a pint or something like that as well, Kieran. So but looking forward to coming over, buddy. Looking forward to it.
That could happen. Yeah, look forward to seeing you there. Should be a good night. Hopefully it's good.
Definitely. So there we go, guys. We've got Kieran O'Donnell, SBG Tullamore, is going to be up against Garath Vaughan. That's April the 2nd, Saturday, April the 2nd. And that's going to be in, now I keep saying this, Kieran, I always say this wrong, Portlaoise. Am I saying it right? Portlaoise?
You got it right now, Portlaoise. Yeah, about 20 minutes from my house.
Yeah, so there we go, guys. Portlaoise. Make sure, obviously, if you are getting tickets, if there's ticket availability left, go to the Grapplekings Facebook page. You'll be able to order it directly through there. They've got a link on their on their Facebook page. If not, make sure you got Flow Grappling. It's going to be a great event, as I said, Team Northern Ireland versus Team Southern Ireland. So We're going to have team captain Kieran for Ireland, and Andy Chapman, who's a team captain for Northern Ireland. So two great teams are going to go head to head on the night. So Kieran, listen, absolute pleasure to speak to you, brother.
Anytime, Stuart, anytime. Look forward to seeing you on the night.
Well, listen, enjoy the rest of your training, Kieran. All right, stay safe, and I'll see you on the 2nd of April, buddy.
Will do. All the best.
Take it easy, mate. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.